way, Casey Anthony herself has filed to appeal her 4 lying convictions. She's also filed to have her legal fees waived, claiming she can't afford to pay them. With me now is defense attorney Bruce Reinhart. He's a former federal prosecutor. Bruce, good to talk to you today.
You too, Contessa. Thank you.
When we're talking about Casey Anthony, why would she, in this case, go ahead and appeal her 4 convictions for lying when the time is already done?
Why not? There's no downside to her. She's trying to clear her name. If she gets the conviction overturned, excuse me, if she gets the conviction overturned, she is fine. She moves on with her life. If she doesn't, she's no worse off than she is now. The judge can't give her more time. So there's really no downside, and she has a free lawyer. So why shouldn't she?
Why do you think in this case, when you're looking back over it, now we have the benefit of a week or so to really examine how the trial unfolded, why do you think this so derailed from the way prosecutors intended it to go?
I think as a prosecutor, you get surprises sometimes during a trial. You know your own evidence, but you really don't know what the defense is going to throw at you. And more surprisingly, as I think may have happened in this case, your own witnesses can change their story in ways that you don't expect. And you're in the middle of a trial, and the judge isn't going to let you start over again, and you have to be a little more nimble. And I think in this case, they just got caught.
You know, we got another courtroom stunner just yesterday with the Roger Clemens trial being declared a mistrial because the prosecution let in a video that was specifically forbidden in pretrial motions. The judge had said, no way, you can't use that video. It was of Andy Pettit's wife saying, yes, she had heard her husband talking about Roger Clemens' steroid use, basically. How could prosecutors make such... I mean, even to a layperson like me, it seems like an egregious mistake. The judge said, no, you can't use this evidence, and they let it into trial.
I have no explanation. It is one of the biggest blunders I've heard of in my 25 years in the criminal justice system. You're right, the judge told them what not to do. This was no surprise. This was nothing they said in the heat of an argument. This was a piece of evidence that they prepared. It was a tape that they edited. They put the transcription on. They knew what it said. It is unexplainable how that could happen. There's no excuse for it.
So they're going to have a hearing in the Clemens trial about whether the charges are going to be thrown out entirely. Do you have a prediction on that front?
The law on that area is pretty tough to get the case thrown out. They're going to have to show, the defense is going to have to show that the government did this on purpose because there was something they didn't like about the way the case was going. And it was so early on in the case, I think it's going to be very hard for the defense to do that. So if I were a betting man, I would bet that we're going to see Roger Clemens back in trial sometime in the fall.
Bruce, you can be honest. Are you a betting man? People always say that. I always think, yeah, well, you've been to the casino, right?
I grew up in New Jersey, so I've been to Atlantic City a few times.
Bruce Reinhart, it's a pleasure talking to you today. Thank you so much.